Well, here we go. Thursday. Not a bad day out there. Cornishman Day today. I hope everybody's all right. I got a bit of a throat here, I think, today. It's after Tuesday. What a fantastic day it was on Tuesday to unveil the plaque and the what it says, the Rick Rescorla Walk, another plaque as well, over on Cannery Row on what we call the North Quay. The reason it was put there was really to this is where Rick Rescorla, Mervyn Sullivan and Norman Woolcock, this was their play days. This is where they started to build their lives. And over when you then you could see the rhino barges being built over on the what we call the spit right opposite. I think this was part of Rick's building up to be the GIs over there were absolutely fantastic. So I've been told, but mostly I got to say to Corinthians over on the North Quay that they provided. Well, they put all the granite up. All their work entirely was the plaques. They got the plaques for us. I know I give them the information, and I've been over there, and they've been very supportive. I think it's for the community of Hale to say thank you to them, and I'm greatly honoured anyhow. And I want to also say thank you to the Harbour Office for what they let us have the top room to shelter a little bit. And of course, our town mayor, Anne Marie Rents, came there, which was fantastic, and give a lovely speech. So I thank you, our town mayor. And we had a Como County Council, Peter Channon, come there, and that was great. So it was a great day. And of course, with Trevor and Kim coming all the way from America to unveil this for us, what a great honour. What for Hale is lovely. So when you get a chance, go over there and have a look to see what is, thank everybody for what they've done. That's the most important. Now I'm gonna just only got really two birthdays today. Well, one today is Olivia Pello. She's the lady that does the gardens over on King George. Well, all around Hale, but she does a cracking job. So thank you and happy birthday to Olivia. And then on Saturday is Frank Arkle. He's a friend of mine as well. So happy birthday to you on Saturday. So I did read a poem out there on, and this is by a James Davy. I've read it before, I know, but I just think I'm going to do a bit about the Rescola family today. I think it's so important. This one's called Cornwall's Loss. A little bit of Cornwall lies in a foreign field, a man who faced adversity, whose spirit would not yield. Rick truly loved this land of ours, the same as you and I, this hale man who gave his life that others might not die. A man that sang of Cornwall when all he loved seemed lost, who thought of home and family, yet heeded not the cost. His story touched each one of us. His memory gives us pride. His courage lit a burning flame that stirred a warmth inside. The silver star they gave him meant more than words convey. It recognized the hero, this man we mourn today. When duty called, he did not shirk. He knew what had to be done. America has sadly lost a man, but Cornwall's lost a son. This was written by James Davy in honour of the 9/11 disasters. And while we're on about the North Quay, I'm going to do a little bit about the ferrymen. Mr. Cooch, they all used to be teasing Mr. Cooch. They'd call him over. Rick and Mervyn and Norman and all their friends would give Mr. Cooch over there, the ferryman, a call to ask him to come over. And the time he come over and started rowing over, they would run off. Um, and he was a bit choice with his words, but there we are. I'm going to call this one the ferryman. The Lent ferryman was Mr. Cooch. The ferry was his trade, rowing folks across the sea. That's how his living then was made. The words he used were none too choice, the journey not too far. Often he would threaten to throw us in, to be lost out on the bar. Sitting still and afraid to move, we did as we were told. But even though he sounded stern, he had a heart of gold. Mother was helped as she stepped ashore to ensure that she did not slip, and he brushed aside the coppers, offering in payment for the trip. He'd shout, "Come on, you kids, get out of the boat before I throw ye in." And quickly out we all would jump to save our necks and skin. He seemed quite old when we were young, 40 years or more. He kept us safe still in our seats as he pulled for the other shore. Uh, Outdated. The ferry is no longer there. People now live different lives. Not many folks in this day and age would walk with children to St. Ives. And yet somehow it seemed to me we must lose more than we gain. With pleasure walking through the grove and waving to the train. Why not walk to the headland on the weir and look towards Lelant? Recall those days when you were young, those days were heaven sent. You might well hear the sound of oars if you listen with great care. But it's no good shouting Mr. Cooch, for he's no longer there. Thank you. All have a good day.